Hey guys, Kathy Reagan here with your weekly soaps roundup. And you know, like a crazy person, it's 110 degrees outside and I'm wearing a long sleeve black jacket. And speaking of crazy people, you can't have a soap opera without at least one crazy character. So in this week's Soaps.com roundup, we're looking at the soap opera villains and villainesses the fans love to hate. And there were definitely plenty of opinions and plenty of crazies to choose from. So who do you think was the #1 villain? Well, at the top of the list and the most named was the late, great Stefano DiMera from Days of Our Lives. You guessed it. From plots involving prisms that could be weaponized to brainwashing his enemies and even impersonating Elvis, he did it all as we, the fans, watched in utter shock as we wondered how the writers continually came up with half this stuff. Probably the second most named character was my own personal favorite psycho, Sheila Carter, who terrorized folks on both The Bold and the Beautiful and The Young and the Restless. You know you're a great villain when you cause problems on more than one show, and for sure, one of her most horrifying acts was to kill Lance by releasing, get this, a jar full of bees into his apartment. I couldn't stand Crazy Sheila, but at the same time, I loved her. You guys know what I mean. Now, on General Hospital, the dastardly trio of Helena Cassadine, Cesar Faison, and Jerry Jacks topped the viewers' picks. Though Helena and Cesar are currently dead, which so what, that means nothing on a soap, fans have still wanted Jerry Jacks to return for years. Now with his brother Jasper back in town, now would be the perfect time for a visit. We're just saying. But it wasn't just current soap villains that people love to hate. Reaching into the vault, fans also named Roger Thorpe on Guiding Light, remember that show, who once returned from the dead after having plastic surgery and took on a number of disguises in order to kidnap his own daughter, Christina. Now, Mitch Lawrence was also named for being one of One Life to Live's creepiest villains, who drugged and raped Vicky Buchanan, leaving Vicky to believe for years that Mitch was the father of one of her twin daughters, the other being fathered by Clint. I don't know about that show, you guys. Now, there was also scheming socialite Iris Wheeler on Another World. I used to love that show, who was one that many had fond memories of, including when she shot Carl Hutchins at his wedding to her stepmother, Rachel Corrie, and Carl was for years the show's villain and obsessed with Rachel, and destroying her husband, Mac, only to be reformed in the end. Finally, viewers still remember Adam Chandler from All My Children, who was the evil twin to the sweet and gentle Stuart Chandler. Fans were aghast when it was revealed that Adam killed his own brother. Really, is that so shocking? One thing that actually does shock me is that more people didn't mention Victor or Adam Newman from Young and the Restless. Although they can sometimes be good guys, they've both done enough horrible things to be considered villains in my book, so I'm adding them to the list as my own personal nominations. And wrapping up, we are happy to report that it's true that television productions were allowed to resume filming on June 12th after taking precautions that includes, of course, wearing masks, social distancing, avoiding scenes with extensive contact such as crowds, fight scenes, or sex scenes. Well, wait a minute, there goes half the good content. But it'll be interesting to see what television writers can come up with to keep viewers engaged and entertained in this new normal. And of course, we're now just waiting on news as to when the soap specifically will begin filming again. So hang in there, everyone. We're waiting with bated breath along with you. And we'll see you again on the next weekly Soaps Roundup.